Say Jay-Z and Puffy needed Biggie, kill primary concern, you don't want to trust me accept the realities a similar ex-guardian, who worked for both the Carters and Diddy, has offered a few unbelievable expressions about his previous supervisors. Yet these are only any old declarations it appears he could truly be working with the FBI. To see equity done as per him, there's proof to back his allegations about them. Uncle Ron, a protector, guarantees that Puffy and Jay-Z contrived to take Big Deal's life. He professes to have proof to back up his cases, yet has stayed quiet just to worries for his family's security. He accepts it is protected to talk about when he is familiar with his kids' #1 specialists. Now that they are more seasoned, the horrible story of Big Deal's strange passing, as well as a portion of the conditions paving the way to it, is notable. He kicked the bucket in Los Angeles, not long before the arrival of his collection post-existence. And Barry's cases have been made that Puffy was associated with the misfortune. Many have charged Puffy the money manager, who benefited the most from Big Deal's demise of cooperation. Here's a man that needed to leave terrible kid he needed to do whatever he might feel like doing. He referenced a few times how he was burnt out on being utilized in misuse, that he was greater than awful kid itself, as per Uncle Ron. Biggie intended to leave terrible kid records following the arrival of his record, which maddened Diddy, who was restless to hold his most pivotal resource under the care of him. This isn't whenever a guardian first has said Biggie holds on to communicated a craving to leave the mark. Previous protector quality arrangement had recently offered comparable expressions in regards to Big Deal's arrangements preceding his troublesome end. You said that Big Deal had showed you an agreement that he planned to sign with one more mark after this next collection. Definitely enormous, had an agreement dignitary bargain, has recently stated. That Big Deal expected to leave terrible kid records, looking for a more ideal arrangement somewhere else. Bargain affirmed on DJ Vlad's webcast that Big Deal has his sights set on no joking matter, costing in excess of $60 million. Bargain professed to have seen Big Deal's terrible kid contract, which characterized his benefits in 250,000 editions, yet put distributing pay in Puff's control. While looking at over Diddy's satchel during a flight, when arrangement asked about it, Biggie purportedly educated him regarding his arrangements for another agreement and the significant income it would bring. He said, he showed me it had Charlie Baltimore, Cameronville, Stop Phil Kimger, Mafia, Tracy Lee. And the commission. I think the agreement was for such countless years for like $62 million. It emerges to $62 million. Bargain uncovered that large intent to end Junior Mafia's method of carrying on with work, and belief that them should begin composing and holding their own. Puffy has been bringing in cash off of Big Deal's name for longer than Big Deal was alive. Individuals continue failing to remember he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was as yet 24 when he kicked the bucket. It's been more than 25 years, obviously. A Big Deal small section, it's entirely important. So then, at that point, what befell the commission, what befell that collection? It was recorded. It was being blended and dominated upon Big Deal's demise. It should have came out that late spring after Big Deal's collection. In light of the fact that Big Deal's collection was scheduled, he passed on a week and a half before his collection came out. Then the commission should emerge. And that should be his exit from Awful Kid. And afterward, beginning his own organization, Puffy has been bringing in cash on that kid's name longer than he lived. It upheld all the Awful Kid. That is genuine. You know, the more cash you cause, the more issues you to get. Panther is someone else who claims Biggie had goals to leave terrible kid records and begin his own organization. She likewise asserted that he benefited extensively from Big Deal's music. After his demise, this data upholds the thought that Diddy might play had an influence in Biggie's and convenient passing, as he remained to lose a Big Deal lift, and to benefit on the off chance that he passed on. Diggy would have represented a cutthroat test to Diddy, assuming that he had endorsed with an alternate mark or sent off his own organization, possibly bringing about the departure of a fabulous entertainer. Big Deal's postmortem tunes procured gigantic achievement. And did he partook in the benefits Walk First of 1997? I Was Drawn Closer by Diddy to play out a hit on one of his craftsmen Uncle Ron, offered more cases, including precise dates and figures, to back up his case that Diddy attempted to inspire him to complete a hit on Biggie. These are serious claims that ought to be treated in a serious way. Yet Uncle Ron demands that he has substantial proof to back up his cases.